Welcome back, everybody. This is the Johnny-mar, and I am continuing with Stardew Valley. So we are closing in on the end of spring, which means we're going to be finishing up the first quarter of our particular playthrough. And so that means we have to take care of our spring crops, but we're at a point where we cannot grow any new crops. And we are not really going to be concerned about growth of any fruit trees, because they are just too expensive and don't really give you the value for the money unless you have them for multiple years. And you can put them in something like the greenhouse, which we're not going to have the funds or the ability to do at this point. But hey, we got our second strawberry harvest. Now, unfortunately, we will not get another harvest of strawberries. There just is not enough time. But we're still going to profit quite a bit from this. And we got a few parsnips as well. But this does mean we don't have to worry about watering any of these strawberries anymore for the rest of the season. And what's nice about them is we're actually going to leave them. You could actually sickle them out, or you could use your pickaxe to destroy the crops before summer started. I like to leave them until the beginning of the next season, because when you sickle them out at the next season starting, it actually leaves the ground still hoed or tilled. And so you don't have to do that again for those particular spots once the new season starts. Now we'll still have to add new fertilizer, but it's not a huge concern. So our watering duty is now significantly lower. We just have to water on the particular parsnips we have left, and then I also believe we have one cauliflower left to water. Now we picked up a red mushroom there, and we're going to have our moment of mindfulness, cutting down these trees. And that has been your moment of mindfulness for this episode. So we did actually get quite a bit of lumber, and we now have the necessary ingredients to grow some tea saplings. So we're going to plant a few of these. They're not actually going to be ready, obviously, for this particular season, but they will be ready for next season, for summer and also for fall. So the last week of each of those seasons, we should get tea leaves. But we do need lots of lumber, and our other goal for the rest of spring is to start going into the mines a lot more and trying to get as much iron ore as we possibly can. We want to try to upgrade our watering can one more time before the end of the season, and we also need iron bars in order to make bee houses. Hey Haley, hold on. I want to talk to you. Well, that's nice. Who says you don't have any talents? Besides shopping and talking on the phone. Not me, that's for sure. I never said that. So we have 2 birthdays left before the end of the season. We have Pierre and Emily's to go. We'll just give them both coral. And now we're going to head into the mines and continue to go down. So my goal is to get down as many floors as possible and try to collect as much iron ore as I possibly can. I'm not going to show all of this because obviously this can be pretty tedious to find the floors to head down for the stairs. So I will show any interesting things that I come across in terms of items, and also enemies that I might encounter. Because now that we're in the frozen area of the mines, we do have new enemy encounters with these dust sprites. And we can also encounter things such as ghosts, which are some of my least favorite enemies in this particular part of the mine. Simply because they take so long to kill. They have such a ridiculous knockback when you hit them that it takes forever for them to get back in range to be able to attack them and actually kill them off. But you'll notice that we're not really having great luck today, so it's probably going to take a long time to find the stairs on each of these floors. And we are early enough in the day that I do want to try to get down at least 10 floors on this particular day and get as much iron ore as we possibly can. We need iron ore, at least a bar, for our bee houses. And then we also need iron ore to upgrade our watering can. I did come across a new weapon, and so that's pretty cool. We'll use that to replace our existing weapon, the Silver Edge. It's not necessarily a lot better, but it's a tiny bit better in terms of damage output. So that'll hold us over for a little while. Alright, and we got down to floor 50, which gets us a new equipment, the Tundra Boots. So those are a direct upgrade over our existing boots. So we have our Iron Edge, and now we have the Tundra Boots as well. And we also found a few other items too, including some gems and a few other things. Including some forage from some later seasons, like the crystal fruit. Interesting haul for this particular run. But that was a pretty productive day. Got down 10 floors, got a little bit of iron ore, leveled up our farming, of course, with the massive strawberry harvest. Got a lot of money. And now we're closing in and have one last day in spring. But strawberries, as you can see, are a very good crop. Especially if you manage to put them into preserves and make them into preserves using the preserve jars. And then you have the perk to increase that in value. It can actually be incredibly profitable. Another beautiful sunny day. Not that it really matters to us at this point. We don't have a ton of things to continue to water. So this is basically what our day is going to be. Go out, water anything that still needs to be watered, which is becoming less and less each day. We're going to start turning our ore that we have into bars as needed. And then any of those bars that we get, we're going to use to start creating bee houses. Because we want to start getting honey once we hit summer. And then we're also going to try to make some more tea saplings as well. So my hope is to get about, I don't know, 5 or 6, maybe 7 or 8 bee houses by the end of the season. And then I also want to upgrade my watering can, as I mentioned previously. And then we should have one more gift for Haley as well. The last day of the season should be a Sunday. So we have one more terrible pickup line to come. And yesterday we got a red mushroom, which is actually poisonous, so you don't want to eat it. We're still looking for the purple mushroom, which is actually the best mushroom in terms of the value and also what it gives you. And we just happened to find one. No, I don't want to eat them. I'm going to sell them. So now we have enough to create some more wild seeds. So that'll allow us to create some more tea saplings, along with some fiber and also some wood. So this is part of the reason why we need so much wood. We also need that wood for the bee houses themselves. And so we're going to be going through a lot of wood, because we also are going to have to start converting wood into coal. So you notice you need wood, coal, iron, and also maple syrup to make a bee house. And we also need a lot of coal for some other things as well, continuing to make bars, and then also continuing to make more bee houses, and ultimately other things like preserve jars. Now, I don't know if this scarecrow is actually going to interfere with this sapling's ability to grow. For fruit trees, you need to have the surrounding 8 squares actually be empty. And I'm not sure if that applies for the tea sapling. But I'm just not going to take any chances. So I'm going to make sure there is a clear 8 spaces around each of these. Just to make sure we get our tea leaves. And then we'll put our bee houses down here and we'll start our little bee colony. Many more to come. Alright, so today is Pierre's birthday. And Clint wants some gold ores. Yeah, right, Clint. The only way I could get those is to buy them from you and give them back to you. But I think you actually need to harvest them from the mines. We are not anywhere near getting gold ore yet. Well, my farm is doing fine, Pierre. Here's a birthday gift. Nice neutral item for you. Now his favorite item is, I think, sashimi, which is a cooked item of fish. And yeah, we're not going to be getting that anytime soon, so no way I'm going to give him that. Now Emily's birthday, which is tomorrow, her favorite items are actually things such as cloth. Again, a pretty hard item for us to get at this point. And also gems. Now she actually really likes amethysts, which are not terribly hard to get. But why give her one when I could just give her a piece of coral? So back into the mines. Found a lost book. And we're going to go down and try to get another 5 floors in. These floors are starting to get pretty massive, and we're starting to see a lot of enemies as well. These blue slimes. There's a ghost. And we also have a lot of iron ore on this floor, which is awesome to see. But look how far back the ghosts go. They recoil when you hit them. And they get sent into the wall, which we cannot follow them, because we are not a ethereal being. We're going to try to get as much of this iron ore as we can, for reasons I've mentioned previously. And also, bat wings are nice too. We could use those to create lightning rods for summer, because we're going to have to start dealing with lightning storms, which can actually destroy your crops. Now we're going to have to get higher in some of our skills before we'll actually, I believe, access those lightning rod recipes. I don't think we can get them yet, but I could be wrong. I'll have to check later. I do believe you need to be 6 in possibly foraging, or maybe even mining. But you'll notice on a not the greatest luck day, sometimes it can take forever to find the stairs. Now generally the stairs are also not below these ice crystals, but one of the things you can get on rare occasion when you break an ice crystal with something like your sword, die bat, is you can get some refined quartz. So it is worth it to actually break them. Your sword does not use any stamina, it's like your sickle. So you might as well destroy the ice as long as you have the time. And we do have a lot of salmon berries to keep us going. We also can start creating field snacks from our seeds that we get from the trees after we cut them down. So that's an option as well. Oh no. We are not going to deal with a swarm of bats. Let's get out of here. No thank you. So I actually forgot to go see the traveling merchant today, so I'll have to make sure to go on Sunday. But level 4 mining, we can now transmute copper into iron, and we also upped our combat as well. So that means we can start converting all of those copper bars we've been hanging on to from the previous floors of the mine into iron if we want. And we do want to. So today is actually the last day we're going to have to do any watering, because obviously we don't have any plants or crops that carry over from spring into summer. So they're all going to die starting on the 1st of summer. So there's no need to water anything tomorrow on Sunday. So we are going to transmute because we want as much iron as we possibly can get. It takes 3 copper bars to make 1 iron bar. And then we're also going to need to continue to make a lot of coal, which means we're going to want to create a device that's going to allow us to make more coal, which is a kiln. This takes a little bit of copper, some bars, and also some wood. And then for each 10 pieces of wood you put into it, you will get 1 piece of charcoal. It's not horribly efficient, but at this point it's pretty much the best thing we can do to get more coal. And then we're going to also convert a lot of our copper bars into iron. So we now have enough to make a lot more bee houses, or we can start working on getting our watering can upgraded after today. As you notice, all of our parsnips are now in. So the one thing we still have to water is that single cauliflower right there. So we'll water that, and hopefully it'll come in tomorrow, because I'm planning on heading over to Clint's and actually handing in my watering can to get it upgraded to iron, which is actually steel when you give them iron bars. But it'll be sad to lose all of these crops. Let's get another round of charcoal going here. And let's also see what we got in our mushroom cave. And where this tree came from, I don't know. So let's chop that down quickly. A little more moment of mindfulness for you on a nice Saturday morning here in the valley. But let's get some high quality mushrooms, please. Mostly common. Not worth the most, but worth it to sell. Alright, so we need to find Emily today to give her a gift, and we also need to head to the blacksmith to hand in our watering can to upgrade it to steel. So I don't think Emily is going to be coming out before noon. I think she stays in her room until noon. And I don't think we're good enough friends with her to actually go into her room yet, like we can with Haley here. So we're gonna have to go do something else while we wait for that. Because I think I'm only at 1 heart with Emily. Yeah. So we'll be back around noon. In the meantime, let's head over to the other side of town and head to Flint. Now, under normal circumstances, when I usually play this, again, I'm not usually lucky enough to be able to upgrade the watering can twice during spring, because I don't usually get enough rainy days in a row to be able to do that. Typically, I only am able to get rainy days early in the season when I don't have enough copper to actually upgrade the watering can. And so I have to wait until the end of the season. Alright, so we're back, Emily. Can you please come out of your room? We're gonna have to wait till noon, so let's snoop around. Okay. I wonder who the cupcakes are for. I think we know. And then let's check out Haley's room here. You could put some makeup on, maybe. There's a bear. An empty diary. We're going through Haley's little dresser here. We didn't find any orthopedic underwear. She has a lockback room that'll come into play later, related to her camera. And then she has a magazine related to photos, because that is her major hobby, is photography. And here's a globe with Stardew Valley on it, apparently. It does look quite a bit like a actual globe there, with North America and Europe kind of shown off there. But here's your birthday gift, Emily. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Again, a neutral item. Could have gave her an amethyst, but I would rather hang on to it or sell it for money. Alright, so we have enough to make a few more bee houses here. We are making pretty good progress on those bee houses, and we're still waiting on a little bit more iron for some iron bars. to be able to make more of them. That'll be nice. So back into the mines. See if we can get down to floor 60. Maybe we can actually get to floor 70 before it's all said and done. Today and tomorrow. And I'm going to do 4 days in this particular episode. Let's just finish off spring so we can start clean with summer in my next episode. And that's usually what is going to be the case for these seasons. There will be 9 to 10 episodes per season, with each one covering 3 days, and then 1 or 2 of them covering 4 days to finish off the season in a timely manner. Oh, here we go. Oh man. Well, this is not good. The worst floor to find in these mines, the spiral floor. We are not on a good luck day. We have a ghost coming after us. And we have no idea where the stairs are. It could be under any of these rocks. So we will try to find the way down to get to 60. Hopefully we can find it and get lucky here. But who knows? If we're not lucky, we're going to have to redo these 5 floors again. Probably tomorrow. Because we really don't have a lot to do tomorrow. It'll be the start of a new week. So I will be able to give a gift to Haley. And we can also check out the Traveling Merchant. I am actually avoiding the beach. Simply because Haley is now up to 6 hearts. And her next heart event activates on the beach. And so I don't want to activate that event because we want to get her to 8 hearts. So I can just do both her 6 and 8 heart event in the same episode. And she's close enough to that. Probably by next week, I'll be able to get her to 8 hearts. And then we will be able to do both of those events. And then once we get her to 8, we will have to give her a special item in order to actually start our engagement, I guess you could say, with her. Or going steady. To become a boyfriend and girlfriend. And then it'll unlock 2 more hearts to get her up to 10. And then once we get her to 10, we can actually propose to her officially and formally to get married. And the proposal and engagement does not last very long. It's only a couple of days. So I would imagine by the halfway point, or definitely by the end of summer, we will probably be married to Haley. We do have to upgrade our house, though, one time to be able to get married as well. And we also have to get a special item from the Old Mariner on a rainy day on the beach. So we will need 5,000 gold, as we're running out of time here and still not finding the stairs. And also a rainy day in summer in order to get that item. And also have Haley up to 10 hearts. But sadly, we did not get down to the 60th floor. And we barely got back. 2 a.m. is the time where you collapse. And we got into bed at 1:50. But it sucks that we didn't get down to 60. Because now we're going to have to redo those 5 floors. So the first day of the season is almost always a sunny day. Please be a good day. Yes, we actually get some luck today. And how about Queen of Sauce? Any new recipes? An omelet. Ooh, I like omelets a lot. Just a simple ham and cheese omelet. That is a good one. One of my favorite breakfast dishes with a side of hash browns. That's my idea of a good time when it comes to breakfast. Now, did we get lucky enough, and did that cauliflower actually come in? Now, our watering can will actually be done tomorrow. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to clear the field out in the morning while we wait for Clint's to open. We'll go to the mart to buy all of our seeds, and then we will actually plant them and water them closer to the afternoon tomorrow. The first day of a season is a pretty chaotic day usually. You have to clear out where you're going to plant. because there is a lot more trash usually that'll show up on your farm. Things like sticks and rocks and weeds. And so we're going to have to deal with all of that. We're going to have to actually till a bunch of ground for the new crops. We're going to have to plant all of those seeds and then also use fertilizer as well, in addition to watering. But our upgraded can should help. Yay, our cauliflower came in. But let's get rid of this tree too. We also want some more bee houses if possible. And then the little spot in between all the bee houses, we're actually going to plant a flower, because then you get specialty honey that is actually worth more. Now the reason I'm making copper bars here is I do want to make another tapper, because we are going to need another resource to be able to start making some other items to help increase our profits when it comes to our crops. I'm not going to go crazy with that, but I am going to make a few of them, just to get a little bit more money here and there. So now we will start converting the rest of our iron. And we'll also knock down these trees because wood is always needed, especially for our house upgrades. And we have enough planted here with seeds that we should get more pretty easily. There we go. Let's throw a tapper onto this tree down here to get some oak resin. And we'll clear some other stuff out here and actually grab a little bit more maple syrup so that we can make a few more bee houses. Once I get access to the greenhouse, we will basically not have many crops out here anymore. I don't think anyway. We'll see. Maybe I'll have 2 fields going if necessary, if I need that particular space in order to maximize our profits. But usually once I get the greenhouse, I tend to focus on just moving all the crops into there. Hello, doggo. Please move. Traveling merchant, being a Sunday. Not really anything we're too interested in at this point, I don't think. Because we're not dealing with the community center bundles, we don't have to worry about specific items. So this is all just anything we want to make. And Haley, it is another Sunday, which means it's time for another terrible pickup line. So are you ready? 6 hearts? Let's see if we can get you to 7 today. Haley, hopefully you know CPR, because you are taking my breath away. And that has been your terrible pickup line for this particular episode. And yay, we got her up to 7 hearts. So close to 8. And the rest of the day we're going to spend in the mines. So we got pretty lucky. It's getting fairly late, but I've already found the stairs here on floor 59. And we have a somewhat unique slime encounter here. You may have noticed its little thing on its head turned red there. That happens occasionally. I could just take the stairs down, but I do want to actually get into the middle of the spiral here just to show you what's in there. So we actually have a diamond, it looks like, here, which is nice. And then we have all of these crates in here that we can break open, and they should have some new items for us. Lots of resources, including a hardwood. Cool. And then lots of enemies. So we'll kill them off, and then we're going to head back to the stairs, head down to floor 60, and then we'll call it a night and a season. And in my next episode, we're actually going to head into a brand new season, which is summer. And things are going to kick into overdrive with all of our money that we have, because we're going to get a lot of crops to plant. So we get a crystal dagger on floor 60. It's a weapon I do not use. Its range is just way too short. The benefit of dagger items is that they attack more frequently, but you have to let enemies get much closer to you. So for me, it's a lot more dangerous. And we also found some other stuff, some artifacts, and some more geodes as well. So a pretty good haul. Floor 60 also allows you to fish if you want to. Specialty fishes in this area. Hard to find though. And then that is about it. So next time, we're going to go into summer. So as always, viewers, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. We are a quarter of the way through this playthrough. 1 season down, 3 to go. And we have made some pretty significant progress. I'll see y'all next time when we start with a brand new season, which is summer. So long. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please press like and leave a comment below. Please also subscribe to my channel and press the notification bell. See you next time.